Once upon a time, Annie was frozen by her anxiety. She could hardly move or see joy anywhere, until one day she realized her own thoughts could thaw her from the inside. Annie began using her thoughts more and more each day until she warmed up. Then she discovered she was living in a beautiful enchanted forest, which she can now fully experience. This is Annie's manifesting success story. Hello and welcome to this episode. I am your host, Cassie Parks, and I am back with Annie for another interview, another moment in her growth journey, years of growth journey. Welcome, Annie.
Hi.
Hi. Today is May 11th, 2021. So Annie has been in the Enchanted Circle for about 2.5 years, which is awesome.
Right.
What's awesome today, Annie?
Everything is awesome. And life is just lovely. And I was just feeling how, I was looking at one of my old workbooks from when I first started the Enchanted Circle to kind of get ready for today. And just having this moment to reflect about my growth and how good it feels that I've really dedicated myself to this program for almost 3 years. And it feels so good.
Oh, that's amazing. I love it. Well, what we are celebrating today is not your manifested total, but we are going to celebrate getting closer to your new manifested total, right?
Yeah. I'm getting closer and closer every day.
I love it because it's a journey and it's a process, and we can grow, and we still have room to grow and do more. And it's just all part of the process. And for some people, it's very easy to total the number. And for some people, that takes some growth and practice. And when they're really good at manifesting a lot of money, sometimes that takes a little more growing into, right?
Yeah, I do feel like it's coupled with that we've talked about it in the past, like getting comfortable with having money, getting comfortable with having lots of money in my account. And I think it's a coupled with how I've grown so much, and my business has grown so much, and my income and all of my accounts, and my car is paid off. All my credit cards are paid off. I am making student loan payments. I am trucking on all, and I do think there's something there for me to grow on. But it's so nice. I don't feel a sense of like urgent, like desperation, like, I gotta figure it out. Like, okay, I've grown so much, and it's good. I'm right where I need to be. There's a sense of peace that feels very good.
That's awesome. Because tell me if this rings true or not, or if you have other thoughts. For me, it sounds very much like you get to this place, and I know this place where it's like it's inevitable that you're going to get the total. So it's almost like, I can just kind of relax and wait until that day where I'm like, oh, now I should total it up. Yeah. I love that.
Because I was always, since I've started, I've been like the last one at the cocktail, the group things where you need the total and to do the pictures, and I'm like, okay. And I know at some point in time I'm going to have it, and I'm going to know every day what it is, just like I know what's in my bank accounts now I know. When I first started, I could have thought, is there $2 or is there $2,000? And I have no idea. And I am going to get to that point where now I have an app on my phone, and I know exactly how much is in each of my accounts, and I'll get there too with the manifesting total.
Yes, you will. And I love that, because that is like where so much matters. Like, I will get there. Like, there's nothing to push or be desperate about or freak out or any of the other things, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or feel that old, I'm not good with money. No, I just haven't done it yet.
Right.
I will do it. When I do it, then it'll be done.
Yes.
No need to have a big guilt trip about it.
Right. Yeah.
Good.
Bringing it down to the simple. I love that. Very cool. So, well, tell us what's been your biggest aha or growth since our last interview, which was about 2 months ago.
This last week, I decided to go on a spur of the moment trip, and I asked one of my friends if they would watch my son while I go see my mom. And she said, Annie, you always go see your mom. Like, you go 4 times a year, and you were just there a couple weeks ago. She's coming up out next week. Why don't you pick something off your bucket list and go do it? And I'm so glad that my friend encouraged me to do that, because I thought, okay, I looked and I went to the Redwoods. On Monday, I decided I was going to go. And on Friday, I flew out and went. And I went by myself, and I got a house on the beach, and rented a car, went to an area, Medford, Oregon, I'd never even heard of. And it was absolutely beautiful. Everything fell together perfectly. Every person I met, the clouds I flew through, like, everything was beyond beautiful and beyond wonderful. And I called one of my old friends from college and said, Hedda, I'm going to be a couple hours from you. It's too close to not tell you I'm going to be here. I don't know if you can come. She came and joined me for dinner, and saw the Redwoods, which are incredible. And I wanted to see them for 20 years. And have you been?
I haven't been yet.
I don't know if it's on your list, but if it is, like, it is a life-changing thing, honestly. Like, my dreams are different now. I had a redwood dream last night, which is, I love about having new experiences that changes your dream life. Like, before I'd gone scuba diving, then when I went scuba diving, I had scuba diving dreams. Like, I had not done that. But I love how new experiences change our brain. And that just is an example of that. Yes. So I might be off of your question, but that was the most, but that is a huge sign of growth for me. Everything that went into figuring, getting a rental car, navigating through a new area, going and staying in a place I've never been before, asking questions, and finding great hiking trails to see the Redwoods. The old me, can I visit the old me for a moment?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was too scared to do any of that. I was stuck, and I couldn't ask. Like, I was paralyzed. I wouldn't have done that. I was doing some research, and I sent a hiking and biking touring guide an email. Hey, I'm throwing together a last minute trip. Do you have any suggestions? And I was going to try to book a tour, but they didn't have any tours. And they said, it doesn't work for you to come with us, but these are great tours, and like, the way I am with the world is different, and it is so fun. And it is so, not that the old way was bad. It just was constricting. And I thought I was stuck, but I was just staying where I was. And now I'm just like feeling my life on a different level. And I was sitting and watching otters and seals play and birds play, and I'm like, I did this. I did this.
Like, you did.
I did this. And then when other things happened that aren't exactly, I'm like, I did this. Just noticing the power I have to change my life has been amazing. And I did this.
Yay. Oh, it's so amazing. That trip, just hearing you talk about it is amazing. And all the things that you had to be willing to receive. And like you mentioned, like, ask for, not be scared, like, be able to go do it and receive, the support of leaving your son at home and going to do it, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's huge.
My friend's like, let's do this every year. Why don't we make this an annual thing? You go off on a solo trip for Mother's Day, and I will hang with Leo. And Mike, sign me up.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so awesome. And I love that you can receive it, like, just fully. That's That's the most amazing part.
Yeah. I've been thinking a lot lately about how we create the narrative that we are living. And if I like that, a story that I'm telling myself that I'm one way, like alone, or it's an illusion that we create, kind of. It's like I work with a lot of people who create illusions and they're miserable. I'm like, but guess what? We can create something else. It's the best thing about being a human being. It's like, if you don't like what's happening, you can change it. I know it sounds so simple, but we are not victims to our, like someone today was starting to tell me about something in the news that they were finding quite distressing. And I was like, isn't it so cool how you can either look at that or you can look at this beautiful thing here? Like you get to choose what you look at. You can choose it. And that creates how you feel and how you think and how you experience the world. And he said, I liked that segue. like politics or something, like you can spend for hours deliberating and finding things. And I'm like, or we can look at this. Or we can look at this. Look how beautiful this is.
Yes. Oh, I love that. And for listeners, I get this question a lot, like, oh, how do I get people to not be negative or not be whatever, or to be more whatever? This is how you just simply put your attention there and let them follow you. And isn't it amazing you get to choose, right? Not telling them they should choose, but being like, yeah, isn't it amazing we can choose this or this?
And it comes out really effortless. And now I've had 2.5 years of, and it comes out very effortlessly. And I was sitting with my friend from college who came up and stayed at the beach house, and we were watching paradise happen in front of us. There's an island in the bay, and there's a bay between where the river meets the ocean. And there were all these seals and otters playing and birds playing. And I was saying about, I was reflecting about something, and she looked at me and she's like, you're different. And she's known me since I'm 18 years old. So yeah. And I saw her about 5 years ago. She's like, you are different. She's like the way you are. She made this motion like the way you are. And I was like, I'm good. She's like, you were good before, but you're like solid now. She's like, you've always been, happy and optimistic and good, but now you're just like, you're different. And like, I am different, and it feels good.
Yes. Yay. Oh, I love that. What's the biggest way you've been seeing your future self show up?
Traveling.
Yes.
Working from wherever I want to, or not working. I could have booked 7 clients that Friday. I was in Oregon. I was on a 3-day trip, and I was like, no, I am not.
Yes.
I could have. I attended one meeting I didn't want to miss, but I said I scheduled everything else to a time where it would work for me, and which is this next week. And I think that's the way my future self has been showing up, is like really structuring what I want and make it like, and it happens.
Yes.
And I make it happen.
Yes. Oh, I love that. All right. I'm going to ask this for listeners. When you structure for what you want, do you generally make more money or less money?
Way more money. Way more money.
That's awesome.
This trip, I went to this trip where I spent the perfect amount of money, and I got multiple new clients while I was on vacation, a couple lecture series scheduled where I'll be teaching, and like, yeah, I have a waiting list. I have people who want to learn. I have emails from people who are like, can you teach me what you do? Like just,
Yes. That's awesome. Yes. To clarify for you, like, I mean, she said it, but I want you all listening to hear it, like more money, because we're so often taught like, oh, if you take too much time off, or if you don't have, like all hours of the day open for your clients, you won't make money. And what you are saying is when you put yourself and you live into your future life and you be your future self and make the choices you want, more money comes.
gobs more.
Yes. I love it.
So funny. It's like before that hunkering down, making it happen. Oh, how am I going to advertise or whatever? And just like I don't know. And it happened gradually just by, do you remember that one future self cocktail?
It was the first one, I think, that you came to. Yes.
Yes. And I canceled my day and attended, and I rescheduled my day and attended. And it's not like I'm saying no to those 7 clients that and I caught my language there. I was like, I didn't say no. I said, not on my one day of vacation. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Next Wednesday works great. And going on the fast trip was so fun. I had never done that. I always in my mind thought I had to have a week somewhere. And I'm like, no, I'll just come back here frequently. And so having a 3-day vacation, lots of them, that was fun. I'm investigating this as a new way of being.
Yes, I love this. This is one of my best realizations too. Like we're so programmed, like if you're going to go somewhere, you have to take a week. And if you're paying for a flight, you have to like squeeze everything out of it. Right. Mm-hmm. And I love the 3-day vacation or the 4-day vacation because it's like, why not? Why would I wait if I have this time and it feels good, right? It fits into my life. It's probably even easier to fit a 3-day vacation into your life than a week because you just move those 7 clients to this week.
Yeah. And I don't have to do everything. I can go see what I want to see. And then, I want to come back and do this, get a yurt in the woods or like, and you still get, it was so much fun. And I enjoyed every second of it because I flew in Friday, flew out on Sunday, and every second was either total relaxing, meditating, playing my flute by the beach, going on Redwood trip. Like it was very intentional about eating at a wonderful restaurant and really enjoy. Like everything was just like, amazing. And and it was easy to leave the house, easy to leave, everybody got exactly what they needed. And it was so fun. I went on another tangent, but
no, it's perfect. I want you to share that because I want people to hear. This is just one of the things that I think so many people we have to grow into. It's things that you don't even know you have to break of things that you've heard, right? Because we're not taught like, oh, how do you want your vacation to go? Or just taught like, oh, this is the standard. You take like 2 weeks and you go for a week and
you work really, really hard. And then you go away and you feel kind of guilty about being gone. And then you work really, really hard when you get back to catch up. No.
Yes, no. You tell us your version.
You can do that if that's what you want to do. Or I took off Friday and I did the one meeting I wanted to do I really wanted to do that. And then I took Saturday, flew back Sunday and worked on Monday, and it was easy peasy. It was beautiful.
Yay.
And then I was telling my friend, like, I think I want to do this rather, because last time I saw her 5 years ago, I took a week off, came out and saw her. I said, yeah, but if just a couple days every year instead of, a week every 5 years.
Yes. Right?
I love it. It was great.
Oh, yay. I'm so excited for you. Anything else you want to share with us about how you've grown or evidence or anything that's on your heart that you want to share today?
I think the way your program is structured really helped me get to this point. Like even that trip we went on to
Yes.
Arizona, it was like baby steps for me
Mm-hmm.
to live the life that I want and to know that what I look for, I'm going to see.
Yes. Yes.
And just when I was looking back, I remember when I used to feel so stuck, and I just don't anymore. Life is, if I am, that's where I need to be. And I know exactly how to get out of it. And it's not stuck. That's a trick my brain's playing on me. But,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. And I love that you said that, because that's exactly why those things are put in place. And because that's why I don't do future self cocktails on the weekend, because then you don't open up to, oh, I got to take the day off, and I get to see what that does, right? New experiences open your brain, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly why those events are planned that way, to kind of push those walls out a little bit more and a little bit more until you're taking off on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, it's designed perfectly, and it really has just fit my life perfectly. And I think deep changes, like my brain, I think I've told you this before, like I wish I had a brain scan, because
Me
I
too.
would put money on the fact that my brain looks different.
Me too. If there's anyone out there who just wants to like brain scan, give extra brain scans, I'll get volunteers when they join the Enchanted Circle, because I 100% agree.
Do a selfie and a brain scan.
Yes.
Slightly invasive, not really invasive. It'll be
yeah, just a little.
But I really do feel it. I feel it deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And it was funny because my boyfriend was over earlier, and then I asked for some privacy while I do this, and he used I wanted to remember exactly what he said, and I said, oh, I guess it's not a big deal if you're there. He's like, no, said something about you really living in your evidence, like I wish it was so good. He's like, no, you're going to be living in your evidence. And if it's more fun for that to be, for you to be by yourself it's no big deal. I'll be back. And he said it in a certain way but you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
It's like the people around me are I don't know, they pick up on it fast.
That's awesome. Because I know that's a big, when they start picking up because you live it, that is amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for sharing about your trip and this moment in your journey with us, and just letting everyone bask in this gloriousness of better vacations.
Yeah, it was so good. It was such an eye-opening experience, and it was just so lovely. And it's funny because once you start changing how you are, and then people are like the old paradigm way of just bitching about all the flights and if it doesn't, it didn't bother me at all, but I'm like, that's one way to look at it. All of mine have come together perfectly.
Right? That's weird that it works that way for you, because it worked really well for me.
But you can see it, and not that I say it in a mean way or anything, but it's just like, yeah, that is one way. But you see how your relationship with the world around you is, and how your thoughts, but it doesn't feel bad for other people to be in that. It's not bad. It's just like, yeah, that's one way to do it. And everything's going to come together perfect. But people will ask you, and my mom's like, oh, how much time are you spending in airports? I'm like, just the perfect amount.
That's a great answer.
Just the perfect amount. Everything's coming together perfectly, because I love walking around airports and pretending I'm going different places and watching people travel, and Like I love being in an airport. So, but it's just, yeah, just, I don't know.
I love it. It's amazing. Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us this beautiful, beautiful, wonderful moment in your journey. I so appreciate it. And I know listeners appreciate it. And they are going to start thinking about vacation a little bit differently. Thank you, Annie. Thank you all for listening. Make sure to come back and check out what else is awesome in Annie's life next time.
Thank you for joining us today. If you are inspired and you're ready to start writing a new money story, a new life story, to really pick the pin up and design your happy ever after, go to enchantedlifeu.com. That's enchantedlifeu.com to get started. For any links that we talked about in the show, you can find the show notes at manifestingsuccessstories.com.